Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how I took 3 different products from $0 to $5,000 on Amazon. People are always asking me in the comments or in my community section, hey, how do you go from nothing to something on Amazon? Right? Like it seems like once you get the ball rolling, start launching different products, start scaling, once it's been out for a couple months, the sales are coming in, but how do you take something from absolutely nothing and just an idea to actually making sales on Amazon? And then not just making one sale a day, but actually turning into something substantial enough, whether that's 3 different products, 10 different products, all doing somewhere between $3,000 to $8,000 per month. So you could start building this huge portfolio of passive income that starts paying your bills or reinvesting it back in the company, whatever your route is with this business. But that's why this business is so cool. You can really customize it to however your desired build looks. But if that sounds like something you're interested in watching, be sure to stick around to the end. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. Without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so we've got Amazon open, and I've actually pulled up a screenshot of one of the variations of this listing, of one of the listings we took to 5,000. It's $5,400, whatever, we'll call it $5,000. The other two, so this is a 4-part listing actually. 3 of the variations are out of stock. But the cool thing about a variation listing is if one of them stays in stock, it keeps the position it was on the page. So that's one of the just a little quick tip, not really what this video is about, but this is just the ASIN specific level on the Amazon Seller Central app. $5,000 in the last 30 days with this product. This product has a 33% profit margin. So now what I want to talk about is how to go about getting a product from $0 to $5,000 per month, or whatever your goal is really. If you just want to get to $2,500 per month or $15,000 per month, the steps are pretty much the same. And now the first thing that you want to do is find a market where it's really easy to get ranked. And it's something that not a lot of people talk about. A lot of people talk about getting ranked on page 1. If we went to something like French Press and we looked at this product, is it going to be easy to get ranked for this? Well, how do we know, and what can we do to kind of verify that it will or will not be? On page 1, the big giveaway right now is that we have really strong competition. So we have really high quality listings that are highly rated with lots of ratings with great first images. They're competitively priced, and when we scroll down the page, all the spots that could be filled with a French press are spilled, coffee pun, are filled with a French press. So those two things put together are kind of like the end of your chance of selling this, or ranking it, I should say. You could sell it all you want, but you won't sell it well. To get to a really high sales velocity and maintain sales passively on Amazon, you have to be in one of the top positions. So you want to be somewhere in the top 4 rows, somewhere from probably here up. That's where you're going to get the majority of your sales on Amazon. When you go and look at your product, maybe you have an idea right now, maybe you don't have an idea right now, you're going to use this to kind of use as criteria for your next idea. Just look at those 2 things. Are there really high quality competitors already taking up positions on page 1? And then is there any room for me to go and get ranked for this product? When I come through here, I see that there simply isn't. That works. So to use one of our ideas from the other day, last week, if you didn't watch any of my videos from last week, it's probably because you're not subscribed. So do me a favor and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. Growing channel, it helps a lot. So fly tying kit we were looking at. We were actually just looking at like a fly kit, but that's all right. This is similar. Stumbled across this, just something that I like to do. And when we look, okay, so top results, are they really high quality? Well, what's something that you notice right away? None of them have that Prime badge, right? So that kind of takes away a little bit of their credibility. It's nice to see that Prime badge. As we come through the page, we can see that by the middle of the page already, if not by the bottom, a lot of those supplies that would be crucial to a kit are not there, right? So we just have things like tools, just tools and yarn, just the accessories, the material. There's not like a cohesive product here. Some of them are clamps, some of them are resin, some of them are nets, right? It's just like there's not one specific product here that is taking over. And what we're looking for is something like this. This is ideally this. It's everything, right? So it's not just, they're not just taking pieces of the puzzles and put it there. It's like if we looked up French press, some of them were just the press itself, but no bottom. Some of them were just the bottom and some were just the handle, right? So there's if that was the case, we'd be like, let's just put a full French press right there, and that's going to make sense, right? So we start to see, oh, it's going to be really easy to fight our way and rank up on this page. We actually, I want to rephrase that. We won't be fighting our way. You fight your way up a tough page with lots of really good results, but when a page has lots of irrelevant results, and the results are kind of scattered, you don't fight your way up. You actually kind of like gently swim your way to the top, right? There's no struggle. When you're like selling a really competitive product, you feel like you're drowning and like there's waves crashing over you, and you finally get up for air and then boom, you get smashed back down under. Selling this, it's like going underwater in your hot tub and then swimming back to the surface. Just like, nice warm water, boom, there's the air. So that's kind of like my strategy on Amazon. Notice I never show off like, oh, here's this $600,000 per month product I just started selling. All my new launches where I like start showing like, oh, here's what I'm doing, here's how I do this. It's like $5,000 a month, $12,000 a month, $13,000 a month, $3,000 a month. Just like get things on Amazon that sell well and then move on to the next thing. And you might be able to squeeze 7 or 8 ideas out of just one keyword search from a customer. So for fly tying kit, I might go in it with 3 different variations on one listing, and then that starts doing well. I open up 2 more listings with 2 additional variations. There we go. Like there's 7 ideas right there. So when you're trying to take something from 0 to 5,000 per month, or whatever your goal per month is, that's the first thing you have to think about. Is it going to be really difficult to rank this product? And then second is that product market fit. That's when you get the product up there via ads, it just sticks. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit how you get to the top of page 1. You'll notice some of these are sponsored, right? And that's really all we have to say to get on page 1. I have more in-depth tutorials. This one is more of a high-level look at it from outside and a little bit further away about PPC. But in general, you're just going to pay to show up for fly tying kit on Amazon, and you're only going to pay when someone clicks on your listing. So these are all not actually what we would call organically here. We would say they're paying to be here, right? A lot of customers don't even really notice the sponsored thing, and they'll click on these just the same. It's really just a shortcut to get to the top of the page. So with that being said, you know that you have to find an uncompetitive market and then pay to be at the top of that page. You can see the advantages there, right? Because if you're paying to be at the top of a page where there's hundreds of thousands of clicks every month, or possibly even every day, depending on how competitive it is, you're going to get drained out so quickly. And if we know that clicks equals spend, and we know that more clicks with less sales is definitely a bad thing, right? That's how you start blowing out your campaign budget, your advertising budget, and you start going negative with products, not becoming profitable very quickly. My goal for any product is to be profitable within 3 to 5 weeks maximum. I don't want to keep going negative, right? Like I don't want to be that Shark Tank person who's been in business for 4 years and they're like, what's your profit year to date? You did 6 million in sales. We're not profitable yet. Like that's not my goal. Like I want quick cash flow from Amazon products, which is why a lot of the times I like these smaller markets that probably aren't like super, flashy or cool to show off, these 100K markets, but they get the job done and they put profit into my business bank account, which is the goal. So with that being said, what is the strategy, right? Like how do you actually take an idea and bring it through this process? Step 1, run it through that criteria. Okay, run it through the criteria and then make sure that you're going to have an easy time getting to the top of the page, and look at some competitive markets for contrast. Oh, this is what's going to be really hard to get up to. What's the opposite of that and how can I get there? And then secondly, know that whatever market you pick, you're going to have to pay to get to the top. That kind of plays into the first half of that, right? If you know you have to pay to get to the top, let that instill a little fear into you. Am I going to be able to get to the top here? And then third is that product market fit. Once you get to the top, you need to be able to stay there. If you can spend on ads all day and get to the top, and then as soon as you stop spending on ads, you're gone, what's the point, right? The goal is not top line sales. I'm a huge profit optimization person. I want top line profit. How much profit can we squeeze out of each individual listing that we put up on Amazon? The only way that works is when you have a product that really consistently resonates with the customer, so they continue to come back to your listing and buy it. Right? When we look at a product that's ranked organically at the top, this one, or this one, we know that those products are consistently resonating with that customer because they're staying there. If I come back in a month, this top 4 won't look much different. One person might be here instead, one person might have fallen down to here, but in the general, they're top 5 quality listings. And they're gonna continue to stay that way, especially this one, which has 600 reviews. They're clearly doing something there that's working for the customer. So keep that in mind. It's not just about getting a product to the top, it's about staying at the top. That's where we're gonna leave it for today. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. If you did make it this far in the video, please do me a favor and give me a like down below, just to help support the channel and get this video out to more people to help sell on Amazon. With that being said, guys, I'll see you here on the channel tomorrow for another video. Thanks so much. Later.